Welcome to Moonlight Truths Tarot. I am Mama Soul Lily. I come with my faults, my flaws, my hiccups, and all my imperfections and my interruptions too, and all that jazz. You know what to do here in the YouTube streets. All the information that you need for any personal consultations will be linked down below. And for any love donations or energy exchange, the link will also be down below. My elements of fire, the fire energy, this is really some of you here are really dealing with a level of patience. Like you've really gotten short tempered in some things. Some of you may have moved hastily. Some of you may become a little defensive when approached by others of certain hasty decisions or choices that were made. And those that this is for, it's because of the patience, not having the patience to build towards your passions or to build towards the things that you want to fulfill and experience within this physical existence. Then on the other side of this patience is like some of you have really been going through some things. You have really been asking for the divine to intervene, for God, for source, for certain things just to come to your awareness, to come to your enlightenment, within what you want to have manifest, what you've been yearning for, what you've been longing for. And it's like some of you are coming to the point where it's like, I am trying to hold on as long as I can, but my patience is getting thin. I'm getting ready to take some matters in my own hands for some of you. So there's a deep desire, a deep fulfillment. There's a seed that is hidden within my fire signs. Some of you don't even know what it is that you desire, but yet you feel it. You feel something in the innate, within the core of you. But I want to say, because the energy also came in with triggers, like defensive triggers. And I feel like it's for you to pay attention to moments when you may get defensive or moments when you're within your mind and you just can't seem to get the resolution or the solution to an issue or a problem. That trigger moment, or yeah, is for you to pay attention, because there's a level of resistance within your emotions that creates you to put up a shield, to be defensive, right? It's like there's something within the reflection of the trigger that you have to come to a level of acceptance, it feels like. And then yeah, with the emotions and the right, yeah. And some of you may get defensive when you're doing a particular thing, because this is feeling like the seed, like the gem, like those triggers is like a pinpoint or like an arrow that's going towards, how can I say, that's pointing you in a direction. It can be as simple as someone's in photography, right? And you're talking to them and they're talking about their experience and what they do, but you feel that trigger, that defensiveness, that thing that just comes and stands up inside of you, and you just be like, you feel some kind of way. That type of defensive, that type of shield, that type of trigger. It's because that particular trigger is trying to get you to identify your archetypes, or try to point you towards the seed or the gem that is for you to look into and explore. Just because photography has many different things, is within photography, you see certain angles, you know how to create or cast light and create certain illuminations, or are you the one that actually catches the images, because you're in spontaneous places and things like that? Where is are you in the development and seeing things to come to life from what someone else created, or and what someone else did with the illumination of light? I mean, where is it, right? The menu within, it's like find your space. It's like that's an area for you to search for my elements of fire. Let's go ahead, because that was the energy that I was coming into, you know because it's also that feeling of never, I said that, but I didn't say it that way, the never giving up within those patients. But let's go ahead and move forward, and let's see what the fire signs, what wants to be revealed. This is the wild unknown animal, and I want to see what the north, the energy of the north is going to bring forward. And then we're going to move forward from there. I'm going to go ahead and speed up from here, and show the cards, and then we'll dive in. I'll come back, I'll still be here, but you know what I mean. And then we'll go further into the message through the tarot, okay? After prayer. Supreme Creative Source, ancestors, and the higher guides of our greatest good and highest vibration. What is it that we, the collective individuals in the energy of the fire, need to see, hear, know at this time, within the dissolution and the shedding of what is no longer serving our highest and greatest good? Ashe, Om, Amen. The element of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. To whom that I speak to is coming from a very heavy, hurt, disappointed heart because of the temple. You see, the yellow is the courage, the bravery, your confidence, your solar plexus, your sun, which you want to ignite with the green, the heart, to bring into life, into existence. See the flowers. And in the beginning, it was spoken about the two poles of the animal, acting out the short temperament, being easily fused, triggered. But yet the beast, because Beauty and the Beast came forward in this energy for me, um, because this is the beauty of you, the love, the heart of you, what you want to achieve, the reflections, your yearnings, right? What you want to fulfill. This feels very inner child, like was broken somehow. How? Okay. Um, and then here we have the animal that's bringing in the energy of the beast. And I'm going to work through this energy because this energy is really heavy. So I'm going to put this crystal down. But this energy is very deep and very heavy, um, because I'm everywhere right now. I'm so scattered because this is like you. It's like torn. It's like the element of fire, the soul, the heart of you. There's a tear. There's an extreme tear, and it's like the Jekyll and Hyde. You know what I mean? It's not together. It's separate. It's almost like it's torn apart. The two parts of you, the two, that brings you together, that keeps you together, that mends and holds you together. It's like that. There's a tear there, and it's like the beast of you creates these trickeries or these things. Just think the nocturnal, the raccoon, the rabies, the infestations, but yet the raccoon is also, unafraid of changes. The raccoon is very playful as well, which is also that fire energy, right? It's a lot in here. High anxieties. I cannot pull myself down. So my fire signs, because my heart empathizes, because there's some type of experience here for those that are really at a in a dark place right now, with the beast showing up, but knowing that the beast is also kind and loving, just lost its way because of things, because of things that's happened in the past. So let's see if what healing or what wants to come forward, that can be maybe a light bulb, maybe a remembrance of something to help you connect into this, because it's really important for my fire signs, because we're coming into that fire horse, okay, on February the 21st of 2026. And I really feel like the elk is really trying to get you to really tap into your higher consciousness again, to really tap and be dependent on yourself, to really go in and ground yourself, because here you can see the red that's giving me the grounding and being confident in the information that you receive from the heart within you, right? But you have to ground yourself. And through that grounding brings in the reflection. To ground is to reflect, because here, remember, over here we have the fault line in the near future energy. Okay, which means something's breaking apart. Something's opening up, something's coming to be exposed, something's coming to be revealed. Is this a part of your instinct that is of your inner child that's getting ready to break through those lines and come the heck out and say, you know what, I'm tired of this? Is this a motivational point? Because remember, the raccoon over here is unafraid of change. So this everything has a light and a dark attribute. There is no separation. Animal has a light and a dark, a beneficial and a unbeneficial attribute. Okay. Moonlight, the moon, the light of the sun. Anywho, I do humbly desire that what I have spoken, you're able to make sense of this high voltage energy that I am truly feeling in my heart. And I have been trying to ground myself for a minute once I looked at these cards, and it's not happening. And when those things happen to me like that, because I channel energy, that means it's your energy. That's that animal, like seeking, wanting to know. That's that, wanting to explore, but keep running into these different situations, or, these unresolved issues within the emotions or within the mind. And that's what keeps causing this to become off kiltered and easily triggered, okay, or easily defensive, right? Aggressive, attack, because I'm hearing attack, like attack mode. Some of you say that you avoid, because I'm seeing like someone's in an altercation, and it's like you're saying, but they attacked me, but in the reality of it is what did you do? What did you say? What was the whole scenario? The two parts that go together. What's the truth within the whole? Why are you getting defensive? You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. You got to look at those parts. They attacked you. Why did they attack you? Why did the lion come and attack the elk? Weak and vulnerable. No pun intended. I come with this. I come with truth. Take it or leave it. But you want to know why you're not standing or harnessing your powers, your desires, your dreams, and your ambitions. I'm here to help you come so that you can see the delusion, pain of the past, the wounded healer. That's the Chiron energy. Can I get one more with the Nine of Wands, Supreme? No. Okay, the animal. I see how y'all want me to do that. Okay, can we get one for the animal, for present? What do we need to see for the present energy for the element of fire? Pick the Empress. Nurturing, love, grounded, sound decisions, sound, wise choices. Some of you have made decisions and movements unwisely. You've made some hasty choices, some irrational decisions, because you didn't allow whatever it is that you needed to collect or whatever, gain, reflect on, grow and develop, because the Empress is all of the elements. What is this fault line in the near future? The Musician, manifestation. Yeah, we're going to get more of that. Manifestation of what? Seeing your power again within your temple, coming to the acceptance of the pain that's been plaguing and hurting your soul, going in and exploring it so that you can grow, so that you can heal. But the Empress here with under the animal, it's like really asking you to nurture yourself, to ground yourself, to nurture your mind, your emotions, your body, and your spirit. Because those four basic fundamentals automatically feeds and gets you back into the core, the temple, the heart, the fire, the soul, the passion, the desire, with an instinct without pullback or withdrawal or defensiveness or resistance. Come on, temple. Oh, that's where my mic is. Okay, well, fault line, you have to go here. Uh, Current, the present energy. Some of you are nurturing yourself. Some of you are um, opening up and facing, holding yourselves accountable. Some of you are really looking into some dark moments, and really are within your heart and seeking to have the unresolved to become resolved. And I feel like in the near future, as long as you continue to walk within faith and in patience, then I feel like that's what you're going to come in to manifest. You're going to no longer be within the delusion. It's no longer going to be a yearning. I'm trying to collect it. There's something I'm hearing about the harnessing of your power. Did I say something about that? Holding your power, harnessing your power. So it's like things are going to be opening up. These fault lines is really something that's going to be opening up. It's like you're going to come to the acceptance for those that are still having a difficult time, and you just find yourself in that Jekyll and Hyde energy often, and you can't seem to find no inner peace. You can't seem to find no inner peace within you, no matter how you connect. How can we assist with the past? And oh, it went all the way to the floor. You got to make a choice. You got to make a choice, dear. The Two of Wands is on the table. You got to make a choice. You got to make a decision. You got to allow yourself to heal. Allow your mind to process the hard truths. Look, laying on stone, lay on the hard truths so that you can ponder and receive the information so that you can be free and delivered, uncrossed, to become uncrossed. Options, choices, delusion. So there was a lot of people that was in a lot of my fire signs that messed with your direction, that played with your paths, messed around with your thoughts, played around with your emotions, didn't take you seriously, wasn't there to be emotionally supportive when it was certain things or crossroads that you were standing and bearing, is what I'm hearing. And so over time, you developed into this strong resistance, this repulse. Well, since I've been trying to do things peacefully, trying to do things the right way and follow my heart, but I keep getting the shit end of the stick, I may as well just allow that beast of me just to come out and just roam, that trauma part of me just to roam within the physical body of now. That's what that's giving with what's here already present here on the table. Oh, that's my crystal rocking. Just make a choice. One wound at a time. You do not have to go and jump into, you do not have to go and jump into, okay? You do not have to go and jump into all of these pains and traumas, disappointments. You don't have to jump into all of that at one time. Just pick one cup, one thing that is important to you. Just pick one thing that is important to you so you can nurture it within you. You know, when Belle in The Beauty and the Beast, you know, she kept approaching, right? She came with different ways within the elements: fire, water, air, earth. That's the Empress and the Emperor that embodies that makes it the divine masculine principle and the divine feminine principles. But we here have the divine feminine principle that is here because the divine feminine principle wants to nurture that part of you within your heart where you've lost the courage, lost the confidence, lost the passion, become lethargic within your pursuits. What do we need to see within this present moment with the Empress and the animal? The Knight of Wands in reverse. Yes, pick one. Pick one. I still got some cards, so let's see. Anything else with the Nine of Wands in reverse? Happy, celebration, family. Pick one. The animal instinct. Family issues, family matters. Okay? Family issues and family matters. Pick one. Because it's something that is very valued by who I'm speaking and connecting to here. There's values of home and love and, you know, sharing time, but there's something deep within that has been wounded, that has been scarred, that really needs some attention, really needs some attention. Okay. And I feel like that attention is reflecting in through choosing one emotional event that created the scar within you. Okay. But this is to removing, because remember, the Nine of Wands is here upright in the past that's filled with resentment that a lot of you are holding within your body of the past. A lot of resentment that is being held and housed within the past. They said, come to conclude. They said, come to conclude with the fault line and the musician, the sword of truth. What did I say? The when it Where did it go? I don't know. Was it at the bottom of this, the sword, when I did the demonstration? Well, there it is again. Okay. There's the sword again. The sword of truth. Oh, angel. The sword of truth. Archangel May ain't they call Archangel Michael for protection, for clarity, for understanding within truth and what it is that you need to come to reflect in to your sacred pool, to come into the acceptance so that you can no longer be afraid, cowardly, the cowardly lion, something, the cowardly lion, so that you can become courageous and curious again to explore Archangel Michael. There's something here. I was shifting and getting the cards and where we were going to move forward. And I saw this on top, the Three of Swords. And then the Ace of Swords that's at the bottom, that makes that Four of Swords that we saw. So it's really important for you to look at your investments, okay? And how you're going to invest in you, how you're going to nurture you, how are you going to celebrate you, how are you going to love you, how are you going to choose you, when are you going to choose you? The fault lines, where are they going? Near future. Back upside down. And then we're going to get a sacred symbol, and then I'm out. Fault lines, where are they going? What are they manifesting? What is this manifestation? What's cracking open for the fire signs? A pivotal point. A pivotal point. And the coffee house. I can't say that word. Rendiz point. Whatever. Hooked on phonics works for me. Meeting place. Destiny. What? Why do they put unfolds? Yeah, pivotal point. Pivotal point. I know you can't see that. It's a pivotal point. It's a changing point coming in the near future. It's very aromatic, very uplifting, very fast. Coffee wakes you up very fast. What's manifesting is a pivotal point that things are going to be brewing and moving. I like that. I like that, especially with such heavy energy that my fire signs have been dealing with in your own personal individual space. Some of you that have been losing faith and losing patience and have become very defensive and aggressive, to where some of the aggression has turned to violence, or allowing violence to take place on your physical temple. This is your concluding message. This is a sacred symbol, an energy that we're going to see. We're going to see, okay? We got to see. Fire signs, what do they take with them? What are they taking with them? Why do my hands feel like they in retrograde? This not the day. Get your mind together, boo. Look at that. See that? It's hard to have my day. We have the element of air. Get your mind together. The element of air. Look at the light on the antennas to receive from the cosmos, the source, air. But on an earth card, ground, plant your feet, meditate. And then here on the other side, we have earth. Ground yourself and pick one, so these manifestations can come true. So these things that you feel inside of you since child, it feels very child, very young. Okay, very young this feels. It almost feels like a Chiron in Cancer, a Chiron. Your Chiron could be in the fourth house energy. Um, that can be a place for you to look at as well, and also go and look into the energy of your moon as well, and what you can possibly be suppressing. Is that the concluding, Kali? Let's conclude with Kali, one of the primordial mothers. This heart here and who I'm communicating with is very fragile, very torn, on the verge of giving up in many different areas of life and not just one. It's a difference when you just choose to, no, that's not for me. It's like certain things are for you, but it's like you're no longer accepting them. I thank you for allowing me to share your space today. I thank you for coming to Moonlight Truths Tarot, especially if you have made it this far. But Moonlight Truths Tarot will be making some changes. There we go. Masculine and feminine. Didn't I say something about the divine masculine and feminine energy when I spoke about the Empress and the Emperor and the elements that they contain? Look at that. Unity. Coming together. That's the mind, the air, and the earth. Grounding it. Look at the depiction. The air, the root of you, and the structure, stability, roots, ground, to harness and hold the power that you want to manifest. Let's see what the divine primordial mother has to say. Can I move my candle so I can read it? Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution is hard to pin down at this time. Thank you, divine calling. Lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness. tempered by patience. Ashe. You will become capable of many things on many levels. I thank you, ancestor spirit guides, my greatest good and highest vibration. Emotional moment for me. Okay. For the validation and the message that I bring forward for my collective, that you were not capable of accomplishing previously or in the past. You shall arise, a fresh path is significant. I cry with you. I share your tears because I am too fire and I can relate to this story. I can relate to this pain. I can empathize and sympathize within this energy. But it is an energy that can change. If you just let down your guards, if you just let down your guards. And until then, my elements of fire, good night.